this week, the Spotlight game, we did a triple feature of ninja games that we'll now present to you one at a time. They were all NES games because that was the time for ninjas to be popular. We got Ninja Jajamaru-kun, we got Ninja Gaiden, and we've got Shadow of the Ninja. Those are the last remaining ninja games on the service. Um, I'd like to continue what I started last week, where I read the descriptions that are now on the service for each game. I feel like I'm about to read like a scripture out of the Bible or something, like getting behind the pulpit. Here we go. All right,
On the
Ninja.
first ninja game,
Yeah. So the description for Ninja Jajamaru-kun. Take on the role of a ninja called Jajamaru and rescue the captured Princess Sakura from the evil Namazu Dayu. In this action-packed game, originally released only in Japan, Jajamaru must use his throwing stars to defeat the monsters lurking in each of Dayu's many hideouts. Jajamaru has to be careful, though, as each monster has its own unique weapon and method of attacking. The only way for him to advance is to break the floor bricks above him and move up and down between the levels of each round, defeating monsters as he goes. To help him, broken bricks sometimes reveal items that Jajamaru can use to his advantage, possibly leading to him getting the ultimate power up, a ride on Gamapu Khan, the giant frog. Take all this, throw in some bonus stages, and you've got a game with a style all its own. That's the description for this one. This Ice Climbers meets Ninja Gaiden game. A little bit
see,
of magic.
reading the description, it sounds like a Wes Anderson movie.
So, this game was one of the earliest ninja-themed platformers, predating Ninja Gaiden. It features this charming little super deformed chibi art style, drew heavily from Japanese folklore with those enemies I just read about. You got ghosts, skeletons, yokai. Um, it kind of set itself apart from the more serious ninja
Yeah.
titles. It's way more cartoony. It reminded me a lot of Mappy Land and, like I just said, Ice Climbers and that
I
type
get a
of
Donkey
gameplay.
Kong vibe from it.
Donkey Kong as well. Yep. We've said this before when doing games like this, because I forgot to say this game came out in November 1985. When we do games that are from 1985, like year one NES games, it's so crazy to compare them to what the NES games would become, even by 8-bit standards. Like this kind of looks closer to an Atari game than to a late season NES game.
It's so fun though. Like I
Yeah.
really, really had fun with this game. And it's such a I like that all the Japanese games have these big, long, ridiculous titles. Like I
Mhm.
didn't know that's just the ninja's name, but the frog power up is awesome. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this one.
What did you think of it, Harrison?
Yeah, well, I had a lot of fun with it too, and I was thinking that like it's like Donkey Kong, but you have items, and I was trying to
Yeah.
think, 1985 if I was or 1986 if I was around at the time, that's that's probably enough. Like where it's like it's like Donkey Kong, but you have the addition of having those extra items as well. So I thought it was really nice, really cute, very unique like release and legacy because it did really, really well in Japan, like over
Mhm.
1
It's
million.
a franchise in
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah, over 1 million.
Right.
And I'm getting to that. It's a franchise where some of the games in the franchise, they did make it over to North America, but I would have never known that had I never, like, done the research
Mm.
on it. But if I keep going, it was ported to the MSX in 1986. It was ported to the Wonder Swan in 1999, and then it didn't make it over to North America officially until 2007 with the Virtual Console NSO in 2021. So it's very odd that like this game never had more North American releases, especially initially, because we see it with the Game Boy that they had some North American releases that just didn't do that well. Probably because no one knew what the game was at the time. So I
So
had
Mhm.
I was
good time with it.
looking up now. There's a collection of
In
them
Japan.
for Switch.
I think that's only in Japan.
I don't know.
Oh, is
Might
it?
not be.
Let me see what I got in my notes. I researched. It said while the original game remained relatively obscure to us ignorant Americans, Ninja Jajamaru-kun spawned an entire franchise in Japan, including sequels, RPG spin-offs, and recent remasters like the Ninja Jajamuru Collection. Maybe I just assumed that meant it was only in Japan. And the Great Yokoi Battle. It's a foundational title in Xiaolong's catalog and represents the early days of ninja mascots in Japanese gaming.
Yeah.
I hope
Uh,
it's only in Japan.
yeah.
If not, that's going on the back.
I guess we can rank these as we go. What do you think? I'm
Yeah.
gonna rank this one at 54, which is right below Mappy Land. I told you guys I have a lot of nostalgia for Mappy Land. It was a game I played as a kid, and this plays very similarly. So if I'm ever in the mood for Mappy Land, but I want something a little different, I'll play this one. So I put them neck and neck.
I put it at 24, but I really liked it.
Really liked it. Yeah.
I I put it at 70, which is not my highest one of these three. And yeah, it platforming felt good. I thought it was a decent challenge, this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Speaking of
Think
decent
you can get this.
challenges, is that why you're laughing?
Sean's got another addition to his backlog now.
Uh,
So the next game, Ninja Gaiden, everyone knows about it. It's I wonder why the other Ninja Gaiden games aren't on the service, but that's neither here nor there.
oh yeah,
Uh,
that's a good point.
so it came out in December of 1988 in Japan and March of 1989 in America. This game is mostly talked about for how it pioneered cinematic storytelling in video games. It's one of the earliest examples of a cutscene that they referred to as Tecmo Theater. Um, the little anime style sequences added dramatic weight to the story and just kind of set a new standard for narrative in video games.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Ninja
the game,
Gaiden
yeah.
is really good. Uh
Mhm,
it's one of those games that has NES difficulty, but I think like it makes sense with this game,
mhm.
just the way it's put together. And yeah, the cinematics are kind of impressive for when it came out.
Yeah,
And the fact it's actually trying to tell a story. I mean, it's not a complicated story, but I don't know.
It's surprisingly
I
deep
really like
though.
this one. It's what?
It's a for an NES game, I put that it's a surprisingly deep story. For
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's there's some like surprising parts in it that are a bit unexpected. So for the time I thought it was just, you know, it was welcome. That's all.
So the uh I think Ragebound is supposed to take place at the same time as this game. So little tie between the newest one and this one. Uh I beat this on the NES Mini a long time ago with a lot of save states. Because oh my god, is the end boss in this game insane?
mhm.
But I don't know. I really like it. I'm sure this is another one of those games where if you owned it in '89 and beat it on your NES, then kudos.
Yeah,
Because wow,
congratulations.
I don't know how you do it without being able to save whenever you want. But no, I think this is one of the better challenging games that's challenging with a point.
It's got
Yeah.
great music too. The music is
Oh
very,
yeah.
very memorable. Um, this is a later NES release. I'm doing these in order of release, by the way. So yeah, being a later release, they knew how to utilize the hardware a little better, and it's got much better music than the previous game we just talked about.
which is more
Yeah,
like
so
just like the
hopefully 2 and
classic. Yeah.
yeah, the classics.
Yeah.
Hopefully 2 and 3 come, and I guess the only negative is I know the Super NES trilogy version was very disappointing because it was pretty much just these 8-bit games on a 16-bit cartridge with no, you know, redo on them like All Stars.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I enjoy Gaiden. I put it at 37. It's one of the better games we've played, but
We should also talk about that not only does this game have a bunch of sequels, but Ninja Gaiden, even in a saturated market of ninja games, was able to influence a lot of future ninja
oh yeah,
games like Strider and, Cyber Shadow and things like that.
yeah, it definitely had a big cultural impact, and I guess its rival would be the Shinobi series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So,
Yeah. I put it at 52, and I had this game as a kid. Definitely never beat it. And are the are the controls any better on NSO than it was on the NES? Because that's something I couldn't remember.
I
If the controls are
feel
any
like it's a
tighter
little.
than
I feel like it might be a little tighter on NSO.
yeah, because that's the difficult part about like Ninja Gaiden for me is like it's more of like
Yeah, you get
the
stuck to walls.
like
That's
the
what
like
screws me up.
yeah.
You're
So
trying to like go up a platforming area and he sticks to the wall and you're like, I don't want to stick to I want to go over.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So you got to do the wall jumping. Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, Sean, I would agree with you. It definitely feels like purposeful. But I couldn't remember when I was playing as a kid, like what kind of frustrations I had. And overall, this game was initially reviewed extremely well. I included a snapshot in our notes of the one bad review that I could find, calling it a run of the mill hack and slash. You'll get bored pretty soon because of the difficulty of the game. Which is funny to think
I don't even
about because they didn't know it's gonna turn into like a franchise pretty much.
Yeah, like a lot of NES games, I don't think the difficulty was as focused on at the time. Like, I think, back then you would sit down to play a game not expecting to beat it. You know what I mean? You were just like, I enjoy the way this game plays, and that's why you would play it.
yeah.
Like, you
I
you
don't.
you would, you'd play the first 3 levels a million times. So yeah,
Difficulty was not like a factor when we were kids, but it
yeah,
wasn't a selling point either, like it is for like a Souls game now.
yeah,
Well,
and then that was also why it was like a big deal to tell your friends, like, "Oh, I beat that game,"
yeah,
because like you very rarely beat games.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. There's no difficulty setting. Like
Yeah, exactly.
it's just that you have to play that game that is given to you. I've said on here before. Growing up, I didn't think people actually beat games. I didn't think that was
Mhm.
actually a thing. But now I grow up
Yeah.
and I see videos of people beating like Mario Brothers 3 in like 2 hours. Well,
Right.
I have a
what's the
core
point of
memory of
that?
when the week the Super Nintendo released. My neighbors claimed that Super Mario World was a bad game because they were like, "Oh, we beat it the first weekend." And I'm like, "Did you well then you didn't like now as an adult I reflect on that memory and I'm like, they didn't stop to enjoy it. They just like went straight through the game, which I'm sure they did beat it the first weekend, but they weren't absorbing it. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah. Well, I did the same thing with the new Super Mario Brothers 2, whatever 3DS game that was. Went through it, went just went through it,
Oh yeah.
just went through it and was like, okay, I'm gonna return this game. Or I'm gonna trade it in or whatever it's gonna be. That's a different
So
situation.
I rank Ninja Gaiden number 62. I put it near, let's see what 62 puts it near. It's been a minute. So that's right below Donkey Kong Country 3 and right above the Dr. Mario games. It's kind of a weird neighborhood to live in, but like I said, a lot of times I just look at what I would prefer to play. And because of the high difficulty level, I think I would prefer to play Donkey Kong Country 3 over this. and I would rather play this than Dr. Mario.
But we're not done.
Yeah, we're not done. Exactly. The last ninja game, Shadow of the Ninja, came out August 10th, 1990 in Japan, December 1990 in North America. Pretty close together. Unusual for an NES game. So this game actually got a remake titled Shadow of the Ninja Reborn by the same team who made the original game all these years later. It came out last year in August of 2024. Oh, August again. So separated by an even like time span, an even 34 years. Wow. So anyway, same team. It came out for Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, everything. There's a demo available if anyone's curious. But the thing that's most stood out to me about this remake is I could not find like anything about it online other than that it exists. It only has a one sentence review or one sentence mention in the Wikipedia page for the original Shadow of the Ninja. And other than like obviously you can find like reviews on YouTube and like streamers playing it, but I found no articles about it. It doesn't have its own wiki page. It's like nobody really wrote about this thing at all. It just kind of came out and went.
Yeah. Which just shows like how many ninja games slash
Mm.
media there was. I mean, how many ninja or like kid ninja movies were probably made in the 80s or 90s that have
3
no
ninjas.
Surf
have
Ninjas.
have no
Both
reviews.
good.
Yeah. So
Ninja. Rumble in the Bronx.
this game,
So
I thought this game was really good. It ranks lower for me because there's just not any kind of like real substance to it. Like I played Ninja Gaiden
th-
before. I played the same order they were reviewing these and
Oh, me
Mhm.
too. Yeah.
and
so the big thing this introduced was it has a 2-player co-op mode, which Ninja Gaiden
which is
and
a selling point.
the other one does not have. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Um
probably enough to as
mhm.
a selling point at the time.
It's
But
rare for any ninja game. Like there's, obviously countless ninja games from this era, and almost all of them are solo play only.
yeah, so
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
this seems like a game that you would like, that you would randomly find, or you'd pick up, you'd rent randomly, and it's like, or
Mhm.
you see like it's a 2-player game. We want a game that 2 players can play. So I think that's the big selling point. I just think it's a lack of substance because the gameplay is fine. I think the platforming is fine.
The the animations were very detailed and for an NES game. I mean, I know this is a late, even later than Ninja Gaiden NES game coming out in 1990, but um yeah, the animation, it looks really nice. Yeah, I don't know if it's because this was more of a new game to me, but of the 3, I seem to be the only one feeling this. This was my favorite of the 3.
No, I didn't enjoy this one for whatever reason, and it might be because I didn't even realize it was 2-player, so maybe that would have added
Okay.
a little something to it, but I didn't enjoy it.
Well, I did.
Yeah, I enjoy
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I'll go first. I enjoyed it, but I put it at 109. And even at this point, there are still games that are going to be ranked low that I still think are fine games. Would I enjoy it more if I was playing 2-player? Probably. Yeah, I probably would. And I might just be. And also, if we reviewed this game separately, I'm probably ranking it higher. The fact that like I played Ninja Gaiden before this and I might maybe had it in my mind might
Mhm.
mean that this is being ranked a little bit lower in comparison.
I forgot
So
to
that
read the description things too. Ninja Gaiden's is really short. It says, take on the role of Ryu Hayabusa, a rising ninja in his family's clan who travels to America to seek revenge for his father's death. Fight your way through 6 challenging side-scrolling chapters / 14 stages, not including boss battles, while defeating gangs of street thugs, battling evil ninjas, and fighting a barbarian and fighting barbarian bosses by using deadly dragon sword ninja skills and ninja magic.
Yeah, I think the order we played them is what killed the ranking too for me. But what's the little blurb for it?
I gotta find it because they're in alphabetical order, but like when there's Japanese games introduced there, they go kind of weird. Okay, here we go. Shadow of the Ninja. Infiltrate Emperor Garuda's stronghold as you prowl through the shadows. It's the year AD 2029. Oh, now this is almost here. And America is ruled under the dictatorship of Emperor Garuda. In the midst of disorder and oppression, two shadow warriors rise to the people's cry for help. Choose to play as one of two ninja masters from the Aiga clan, Hayate and Katie, as they infiltrate enemy front lines in these action-packed stages. Master tactics of stealth as you acquire new weapons and power-ups, defeating numerous foes until you reach the Emperor himself. Overthrow the Emperor and destroy his wicked empire from within, solo or with a friend.
Yeah, I didn't know I could take a friend, so I put it at 99.
Not 100?
No, what?
It'll,
I
it'll end up
enjoyed
on
it a little
100.
more.
Yeah, it'll end up at 100 at some point.
Yeah. Just next week it'll be 100. So
I ranked it the highest of everybody. It's not crazy high. It's number 48 on my list, which puts it right below Mario Golf on Game Boy and puts it right above Columns for Sega Genesis. I don't know how I compare this game to Columns, but apparently I did.
You'd rather be double team, two-player ninja than columns. I get it.
I think we all would.